And we start this edition with the latest news break that's coming in from opposition leader Pawan Khera, as the Supreme Court has now declined to quash the FIR and criminal proceedings registered against Congress leader Pawan Khera for allegedly making objectionable remarks against Prime Minister Modi. So it seems no relief for Congress leader Pawan Khera, as the Supreme Court has declined to quash the FIR that was registered against Pawan Khera for making those objectionable remarks against the Prime Minister. So no respite for Pawan Khera, the Indi leader, in relation to the remarks that he'd earlier made on Prime Minister Modi, as the top court has declined to quash the FIR against Pawan Khera. All right, let's go across to a senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, also joining us. Abhishek, no relief, of course, for the Congress leader, but once again take us to the kind of statements that Pawan Khera had made.
Well, Pawan Khera, while addressing a press conference, had toward remarks against the Prime Minister's father while taking Prime Minister's name. Those need not be repeated, but what is important is that from the lowest court of the country to the High Court to the Supreme Court, they are convinced that this seems like a case of repeat offense, and hence there is an element of a guilty mind and possibly an intention to indulge in these kind of political attacks which debase the discourse, and then, take the subterfuge of apology and make an attempt to get away. And the first time Pawan Khera has done this. Remember, there was this episode where he had to apologize after he sat on a dharna outside aircraft on tarmac, and even that was one episode where in a similar circumstance Pawan Khera had apologized. So it seems that there is a history which the court took notice of in terms of Pawan Khera being a repeat offender, and hence deciding that there is no need to quash the FIR. Investigation has to go on, and due process of law has to be followed, and Pawan Khera has to, whatever submission he has to make before the trial court, following which a decision would be taken by the court of law of whether Pawan Khera, what he said about the Prime Minister and his father, warrants any kind of condoning, or that he should face the music and face the punishment. So obviously Pawan Khera, having challenged the High Court decision of the Allahabad High Court in the Supreme Court, now has no option but to go back to the lower court and follow due process of law.
Right. Abhishek, thank you for those details. So that's the latest that's coming in. A quick recap of the news break that we are tracking. It's a big setback for Indi leader Pawan Khera, as the Supreme Court has declined to quash the FIR that was registered against him. This in relation to the remarks which were termed as objectionable against Prime Minister Modi. So another blow for Indi bloc leader. It's Pawan Khera, against whom the Supreme Court has declined to quash the FIR that was registered.